Welcome to today's Explainer. We're diving into something kind of fascinating today, Trello's dual identity. We're going to start right on the surface, looking at its incredibly polished, user-friendly enterprise templates. But then, we're going under the hood, deep into its developer API. It's a massive shift from this purely visual workspace, right down to a total programmatic powerhouse. Let's get into it.
Picture this. You're trying to manage modern onboarding for the U.S. Space Force. I mean, how does a government agency handle something that complex and sensitive? Well, they actually completely ditched paper. They opted for a digital, secure, and seamless onboarding experience using Trello Enterprise. They essentially built a board that functioned as an internal knowledge base, where new hires could just view important docs and ask questions in a designated space. It's such a perfect example of taking a really chaotic process and turning it into a streamlined visual workflow.
Okay, here's our agenda for today. 1. Enterprise collaboration solved. 2. Visual templates in action. 3. Unleashing the REST API. And finally, 4. Programmatic boards and cards.
Let's start with Section 1, Enterprise Collaboration Solved.
We all know the pandemic totally flipped how we work on its head. It drastically accelerated the need for flexible collaboration in hybrid and remote setups. And the reality today is that teams just don't use only one tool anymore, right? Because of this, enterprises absolutely need a diverse work management solution, something that keeps remote workers perfectly aligned, but without disrupting the workflows they're already used to.
Moving right along to Section 2, Visual Templates in Action.
So how does Trello actually solve this workflow chaos? Well, it does it through a whole variety of visual templates. Take a look at this one-on-one meeting agenda template. Notice how there are specific columns carved out for manager topics, team member topics, and action items. By keeping blockers and goals in one single, unified place, these templates ensure your one-on-ones shift from, chaotic, rambling catch-ups to highly efficient, goal-oriented discussions.
Okay, so your one-on-ones are sorted, but what about the wider team? That's exactly where the Agile board comes in. According to recent surveys, over half of surveyed orgs say that most or all of their teams follow Agile workflows. Because of that massive adoption, this board is a total game changer. It's built specifically for organizing sprints, tracking retrospectives, and giving real-time status updates across your entire organization.
Now, if you're on a creative team, you know design is a direct reflection of your company's brand. That makes feedback absolutely critical. The Design Huddle template creates a dedicated, safe space for capturing positives, negatives, and questions for asynchronous design feedback. It basically lets design teams take their critiques entirely virtual, keeping all that vital input organized in one highly accessible spot. No more endless email threads.
And for your own personal sanity, you've got to check out the Mise en Place Personal Productivity System. This is a brilliant little board that helps team members divide their personal tasks into today, tomorrow, and this week. It gives you this crystal clear picture of what actually needs to happen right now versus what can just wait. It ensures your daily productivity is balanced, rather than just a chaotic scramble.
And honestly, we're just scratching the surface here. Trello is packed with out-of-the-docs templates. Whether you need project management to take an idea all the way to completion, goal setting for your team OKRs, or go-to-market boards for massive product launches, there is literally a visual workspace tailored for every single department.
Which brings us to Section 3, Unleashing the REST API.
This is where things get really cool. We're bridging the gap here. On one side, you have the user view, the drag and drop cards, the colorful UI labels. But on the exact opposite side, you have the developer view, a whole world of REST APIs, JSON objects, and GET input requests. That beautifully visual Agile board we were just looking at, to a developer, it's simply a collection of highly programmable API resources.
I love this quote straight from the Atlassian developer documentation. It says, "The Trello API is extremely powerful and fun to use. Building a full application with Trello for web or mobile means getting to know the various concepts and models making up Trello." In plain English, Trello isn't just a pretty user interface. It's an actual structural foundation for building full custom applications. But to actually build those apps, you need access, right? Which means understanding the mechanics of authorization. It basically happens in 3 distinct steps. First, you generate an API key via the PowerUp admin. Second, the user grants access on an authorization screen. And third, your app receives an API token for data access. This delegated flow is super smart because it means third-party apps never have to store or even handle user passwords. So the absolute crucial point here is security. Think of your API key like a publicly accessible identifier for your application, kind of like a username. But your API token? That's the key to the treasure chest. It is highly sensitive, it must be kept totally secret, and it's what actually grants read and write access to a user's data. All right, so you've got that token. Let's look at the very first API call a developer makes. What's brilliant here is this clever little me shortcut Trello uses in the URL. Instead of having to look up some long, complex member ID, a developer can just request /1/members/me/boards. Trello instantly identifies the user making the request simply based on that secret API token they provided. So smooth.
Let's dive into Section 4, Programmatic Boards and Cards.
So, how is all this data actually organized? It's kind of like a set of Russian nesting dolls. At the very top, you have boards. These are the core workspaces. Inside a board, you have lists, which are ordered collections of cards. And finally, you have the cards themselves, which are the most basic unit of information. It's super vital to grasp that cards only exist within the context of lists, which only exist within the context of boards.
So what does this actually look like in practice? Well, looking at the boards API specifically, developers can use a GET request to query the API and pull down a JSON array of every board a user belongs to. But it's not just for viewing data. They can use a PUT request to do things like programmatically rename a board entirely behind the scenes without anyone ever clicking a button.
And that brings us to the cards. From an API perspective, what is a card, really? Well, it's a structured data object. It contains a name, a description, labels, assigned members, and a full set of historical actions, including comments. It's just wild to realize that this structured programmatic object is the exact code equivalent of that fun, colorful sticky note you drag around the UI.
Tying those cards together, we have the lists. Through the Lists API, developers can fetch an array of all the cards sitting on a specific list. Or, even cooler, generate brand new cards on the fly using post requests. This means your engineering teams can keep automated back-end systems, like maybe an inventory tracker, perfectly synced with the front-end marketing team's boards. It completely eliminates manual data entry and keeps everyone on the exact same page. So to wrap up today's explainer, I want to leave you with this question to chew on. Whether you're dragging a visual card across the screen or pushing a code base directly into an API, are your tools working for you or are you working for them? By really understanding both the highly visual enterprise templates and the deeply customizable REST API running underneath them, you can build workflows that truly empower every single corner of your enterprise. Thanks for joining me today.